The Newsline.
Hello and welcome back to Newsline, brought to you by People's TV. In today's news commentary, we want to highlight the stabilization force plan for deployment in the Gaza Strip. In a previous video, we noted that this force could face significant dangers, an observation that, at the time, had not been made by international media outlets. Dia Rashwan, the Egyptian journalist, politician, and current chairman of the State Information Service, has warned that this international stabilization force, composed of troops from various countries, will almost certainly face grave risks. A conflict with Hamas is highly likely, as the group has not yet disarmed. It is important to note that People's TV predicted the same risks for this international force even before Rashwan's comments. There is virtually no chance that Hamas will remain passive while still armed. Turning our attention to Sudan, the RSF is carrying out ruthless atrocities under the backing of the UAE. In the past 5 days alone, more than 7,000 people have been massacred. In some villages, 300 to 400 people have been killed in each location. As usual, the United Nations continues to issue statements and warnings, yet no concrete action has been taken. Reports also indicate that the terrorists were able to shoot down a Sudanese Air Force fighter jet using anti-aircraft weapons reportedly supplied by the UAE. Turning to the United States, the Trump administration is reportedly preparing to sign an agreement to provide 48 fighter jets to Saudi Arabia, while Turkey is set to receive another 40. Turkey is currently in discussions with Lockheed Martin regarding F-16 Block 70 jets, including potential upgrades and related payments. During these negotiations, Lockheed Martin has reportedly rejected certain proposed transactions. Meanwhile, speaking of Turkey, tensions are rising between Egypt and Turkey. Just as Israel opposes Turkish forces being part of the stabilization force, Egypt shares similar concerns. Cairo suspects that Turkey may attempt to establish a foothold in the region under the guise of resolving the conflict. Reports also indicate that Egypt is holding secret discussions with the United States about excluding Turkish forces from the stabilization force. Turning to Iran, all eyes are on the country as it signals a growing trend of rejecting negotiations. Tehran is showing clear signs of opposing the United States, while rapidly rebuilding its military capabilities. Masoud Pezeshkian, the president of Iran, made a striking statement: "The best way to prevent a war is by getting ready for a war." This is more than rhetoric. Iran is heavily investing in rebuilding its army. The president recently concluded a tour in which he inspected the country's drone manufacturing facilities. Israel is monitoring the situation closely. Meanwhile, Rafael Grossi, head of the International Atomic Energy Agency, warned that rather than enriching new uranium, Iran might use uranium that was already enriched prior to the 12 days of conflict with Israel, posing a serious risk. Turning to Syria, recent developments in the Middle East are drawing attention. Ahmad al-Shara has indicated a willingness to engage with the United States, including potential discussions about American military presence in Syria. This is especially notable given that the U.S. previously placed a $10 million reward for information leading to his capture, a bounty that has reportedly been lifted. Geopolitics often rewards those who align with its interests, and this situation could potentially benefit Israel. While some analysts speculate that Syria may eventually seek peace agreements with Israel, no official deals have been confirmed. At the same time, Israel reportedly has concerns over Saudi Arabia's planned acquisition of F-35 fighter jets, as Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman prepares a visit to the United States. It is also believed that Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's upcoming U.S. tour could help pave the way for signing Abraham Accords, potentially normalizing diplomatic relations between Saudi Arabia and Israel. Meanwhile, Hezbollah reportedly sent a letter to the Lebanese government protesting its ongoing negotiations with Israel. Lebanese politicians are reportedly urging the United States and Israel to pursue diplomacy rather than military action, recognizing that neither the Lebanese government nor Hezbollah has the capacity to withstand an invasion. Hezbollah appears to be projecting an image of strength, but this portrayal is widely seen as exaggerated. Ultimately, the primary aim of groups like Hezbollah is to protect their other illicit activities rather than the welfare of Lebanese civilians, rather than laying down arms for the country's benefit. Some reports warn that unless there is a notable improvement soon, Israel could invade Lebanon within the next 2 weeks. Hezbollah often projects an image of strength, yet analysts point out that many of its veteran commanders have been killed over time. If an invasion occurs, military experts suggest it could be the IDF's last major operation against Hezbollah. Unlike Gaza, operations in Lebanon would not necessarily require fighting inside densely populated urban areas, allowing Israel to strike Hezbollah more directly and potentially hasten the group's defeat. If this report helped you see the situation on the ground clearly, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, And subscribe to People's TV, where truth has no agenda, and facts speak louder than spin.
Subscribe us for more details.